Okay, here we go on Circuit Breaker E and F rank tournament. We have Scimo versus Cenderze.
Oh, I know. Cenderze.
Oh,
Um,
I didn't know that's how you pronounced it.
I'm not sure either. That's my guess. Uh, Welcome everybody. This is a PVZ. So I got the Protoss. You got the Zerg.
Yeah, I picked this one out because of that.
So let me hide this panel here real quick. Toggle display of the replay. Got it. Okay. I'm gonna reveal the entire map real quick. So obviously we've got a expansion here that looks like the Protoss is gonna grab, and Zerg can go grab this. If you're Zerg in this position, what third base do you like taking?
Bottom,
The bottom middle one?
yes.
Makes sense, because it's got gas, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'll hide the entire map here again. Looks like it looks like an overpool, I think.
Yes.
Cool.
Schemo checked for maybe what could have been there. Oh, an Overlord. If the Overlord was there, then he would know which position he was at. But the Overlord wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the Zerg is going to get the scout with the Overload right away, which is kind of nice. And Protoss is just going to scout right now, too. We've got a Forge first opening. Pretty standard.
Will he build a cannon first or a Nexus first?
Yeah, I think it depends on what he scouts here, so... If I scout Overpool, I like to get a cannon first, but let's see what Schemo does.
I think he'll put a cannon. Oh, nope, he doesn't.
Alright, go on the Nexus. Do you know what team Cenderze's from? Obviously, Schemo is Rats, but...
And CPL,
yeah.
uh, no. I know
Okay.
he's not on my team.
Right, right. We're on the same team. We're both Rhanodons.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we have the cannon going up now, but right now there's a pretty big opening, so we'll have to see if it can get that closed before 4 Zerglings get in.
Yeah. Now Gateway being tossed down.
Mm-hmm.
And the cannon finishing up.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the Zerg is really interested in doing any Zergling run-bys right now. Just trying to kill the scouting probe.
Yeah.
We've got the third base started, which the probe is going to scout. That's good. Good to know. Oh, no, he didn't scout it. Just barely.
Oh.
Looks like. Or maybe he did. Yeah, I guess when you toggle view, it doesn't show the building, so yeah, he did see it. Man, that probe just now died. That's a long time.
Yeah. Doesn't get to scout inside the main for a second time, though.
Yeah, that's good. Seeing the Hydralisk Den instead of a lair is something you really want to know as Protoss. So Cenderze could be going for some kind of like 973 or Hydra Bust or something, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know too many builds for Zerg, though. You probably know more about the Zerg than I do.
Sure, so it really comes down to whether you're going to go Hydralisks early or if you're going to get Mutalisks and Scourge first. And it looks like we're going to see some Hydras right away.
Maybe go ahead and try to maybe snipe off the 4s if an upgrade gets started.
Mm-hmm.
That's always something I'd like to do.
Yeah, and if the Protoss doesn't put enough cannons down, then they can really be in trouble and just lose the game straight up.
Yeah.
Protoss just started the Stargate for Corsairs, which aren't going to help against Hydralisks right away.
Upgrade has been started on the forge.
Yep. I don't know exactly how long it takes, but it seems like forever. It's a very long wait.
Yeah.
So we're getting a lot of Hydralisks coming out right now. I think this is actually a textbook 973. See, we've got 10 drones on the main, 7 on the natural, and 3 on the third. So it's a pretty close to 973, and Hydralisk speed is just finished. Yeah. And look at how many Hydras there are already. So I'm worried for the Protoss here. They only have 3 Zealots. And they're putting a cannon in the main, which is a defense against Mutalisks, but don't need that here. So I think Zerg has a pretty big advantage.
Doing a macro hatch in the second base.
Yeah, I like that.
Get the Corsair sniped an Overlord, though.
That does definitely slow down the Hydralisk numbers for a little bit.
Yeah.
But with that macro hatch going, Zerg has 3 bases, with a lot of money.
Oh. He did get rid of the Corsair with those Hydras. Corsair flew right over the Hydras, and the Hydras were able to pick it off.
Okay, check this out. We got 4 Zealots going out to see if they can chase away the Hydras, but they're slow Zealots. There's no Zealot-like speed on the way or anything. Okay, so a lot of cannons are going down for the Protoss, but I think it's going to be a little too late. Now Protoss has to pull everything to try to survive.
Yeah, there's a few cannons that'll keep him back from diving right in.
Mm-hmm. He sacrificed a lot of probes to get those cannons up.
Yeah.
I would not want to be in this position as Protoss.
The upgrade did get completed for the Zealots, though, or the +1.
That's true. And a Dark Templar is coming out, so we might get some Dark Templar Corsair chasing away the Hydralisks. Unless that gateway gets killed.
Oh.
Nice.
It comes out. It's not doing, the Dark Templar's not, okay, there it goes.
Yeah, there's no Overlord around.
Looks like he'll send his Hydras back.
So one of the reasons that Zerg players don't always do this thing is look at how few drones Zerg has. Only 25, whereas Protoss has 40, so...
Yeah.
I think Protoss is going to be fine just because the economy is so much better.
He's starting to make more drones now, though.
That's good. And the supply is higher on the Zerg, which is really good. What is that upgrade in the lair? Is that Overlord speed?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, yeah. So it looks like Protoss is kind of depending on the Dark Templars to stay alive right now. Until the Zealot speed is finished. I think Zerg right here, with all these Hydralisks, you could really just put an Overlord on top of the Hydralisks and it'd be safe.
speed is almost complete, so we'll
That'll
be able
help.
to do some damage soon.
Yeah, that would help. That'll help a lot. There is an overlord on the way over here. It's just really slow.
Hopefully the Corsairs don't snipe it though.
Okay, speed is up, and the overlord's gonna get over here to the Hydras, and we can snipe the DTs. I don't know. I think the Zerg is really far ahead this game. I don't think Protost's going to be able to come back.
I think Zerg should maybe try to steal another expansion or try to get some more.
Yeah, Zerg definitely has the money for it. Definitely could put down another hatchery somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Looks like Protoss is getting up a bunch more gateways and another couple of forges to try to get a bunch of zealots out.
Lurker aspect has started for. How do you say his name again?
I said Cenderze.
Jersey. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's like a play off of Cadenzi, the Zerg player.
Yeah.
I think she's English, but don't quote me on that. One, two, three, four, 5 hatcheries, and then the 6th one. There's your 4th base you wanted.
Yep. That's good.
I'm still very worried for Protoss because you don't want your supplies to be tied right now. Protoss should be ahead on supplies, so.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this move out. Getting a lot of those Hydras scared away. Protoss also has a lot of upgrades coming in.
Yeah.
So Zerg's going to have to depend on Lurkers as soon as they can get the money for them. It takes a lot of gas.
I like using lurkers a lot. I always use them.
Oh yeah, they're good. We got 2 more macro hatches here. It's going to be 7 and 8. And Zerg is ahead on drone count, so in a second here, with those extra hatches, Zerg is just going to explode with army.
And some lurkers have been produced, and
Yep.
they're headed out.
Looks like Zealots are trying to counterattack a Zerg base, but they're not going to find anything there yet.
There's no observatory for yet.
Yeah, good call. Good call. There's the robotics facility, but no obs. And Protoss is trying to take the 3rd right now, but no cannons down there. It can get killed really easily right now.
He moves these lurkers out real quick. Deal some good damage.
Yeah, and with a lot of the zealots out of the way, Zerg could easily get a contain up.
Yeah.
Okay, a bit of a counterattack on Zerg's 4th base. Gets chased away pretty well. Those lurkers are going to get shot down. There we go, that's better.
I think Kadenzerg has done really well.
Yeah. Yeah, this counterattack is being shut down. The supplies are still even. The worker count is still even. Zerg has the extra base and all the macro hatches, and then held off the counterattack, so I think Zerg is doing really well.
Oh, that one DT, though, in the 3rd base just got all the drones.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good.
No overlord still.
Oh, now he knows it's there because he attacked the sunken colony.
Yeah.
Overlord coming. Okay, so the DT's finally cleaned up. I still think Zerg has got this. Just barely.
Yeah, he still has the upper hand.
Yep. There's that observatory. So Protoss is getting out the Dragoons and observers that you need to take care of lurkers. Is this a tier 3 match?
No, it's E and F rank match.
Oh, okay, yeah. So at this lower level, when you get up to this late game, it's some people have a lot of late game like macro skill, and some people don't. So, the game could really go either way for sure. Just because it's so hard to handle this late game. I know I suck at it. Snipe that observer. Yep. Observer goes down, so it's really hard for Protoss to move out without vision of lurkers. But it looks like Protoss is doing pretty well now that they've kind of gone out. Zerg is starting to float a little bit.
Upgrades are 2-1.
And what's our Zerg upgrades? Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has 2 Evo chambers, but they're not making anything yet. Or upgrading anything.
Yeah. Now they're going up to Hive, so Defilers could come into play, but right now the Protoss army is a lot stronger with the upgrades. And Protoss has finally caught up in supply, gotten past the Zerg, so... And there's a 4th base.
Oh, looks like there's gonna be some... Go ahead.
What was that?
You can go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say Protoss has the 4th base up, which is really good. If Protoss and Zerg are tied on bases, that's heavily in favor of the Protoss.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, check this out. We've got 2 Overlords with lurkers in them. But one of them gets killed, so that's a big win for Protoss. And the other one looks like it's going to get picked off by Corsairs, so that's actually huge. That's a lot of money for Zerg to lose right there.
Yeah. Protoss is a pretty scary army now.
Yeah. This little Zergling counterattack should be cleaned up pretty easily.
Yeah.
I think the minute Protoss can clear all these high ground lurkers, if he wants to move up there, and if he kills them all, then that would be a big loss for Zerg to lose that high ground.
Started upgrades in the Evo chamber now, though. They're midway completed.
Good, yeah. And we got Zergling speed on the way as well. Some Nidus canals. I think Zerg really needs to either power up and take this army or try to sneak a 5th base out somewhere.
Yeah.
Protoss is getting really close to being maxed, and the Protoss upgrades they're about to be 3-2. You see those are about done?
Yeah.
So I think the Zerg did a lot better in the early game, but now that we're in a later game, I think Scimo is doing really, really good job.
Upper hand.
I love all these cannons. Since Scimo is ahead and has extra money and almost max supply, getting a lot of cannons down is going to prevent Zerg from counterattacking and clearing a base. Where is the spawning pool? There it is. Okay, so crackling, or the attack speed for Zerglings is being researched. So Zerglings are going to get scarier here in a bit. But look at this terrifying max Protoss army in the middle of the map. I'm worried for Zerg.
Looks like he's gonna try to sneak his base.
Yeah, I like the spot there. Grabbing that base is good because Protest has the observer over the main in the bottom right.
Yeah. Cracklings are finished.
Okay, so it looks like we got a bunch of rounds of Zerglings coming out. If Protest doesn't do anything with this army lead, like once you've got a maxed army as Protest, you really want to start like attacking bases and stuff because the max Zerg army is really, really scary. So Protoss might lose their opening.
Looks like he's gonna try to go ahead and get rid of the base down there. He scouted it with his ET.
Oh, Corsair's coming in. He's gonna shut it down. Let's see how the Zerg can hold this. There's some lurkers here that aren't quite finished yet. Oh, nice. 4 lurkers go down instantly. This is a dead base.
Yeah, this base. Yeah. I agree.
Good storms.
Looks like he's moving to counterattack.
Yeah, let's see if this can do some damage. I mean, Cracklings can clear cannons really, really quickly, so we'll have to see. A little bit of indecisiveness. You got to really pick a base and attack it, not split so much. Okay, cannons do go down.
Yeah, the DT will help though.
Yeah, definitely. Trying to snipe down this Nexus, but the DT might save the day here for the Protoss.
I think it will.
And at the end of the day, even if Protoss loses this base, 3 Protoss bases versus 4 Zerg still favors. Like, it's still even, so it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. Send his army back.
Okay, so the Nexus did die, but it's going to get rebuilt here. And Protoss is just remaxing. Storm on Zerglings, that's funny. So it looks like both sides don't really want to have any big fights. They're both just kind of trying to counterattack and deny bases.
Yeah, I'm not good at having the big fights. I'm just good at having the small engagements.
Yeah, same here. Same here. I think the Protoss really needs to just go do a lot of damage, though, if they can. I mean, I guess they can contain the Zerg for a long time, but I don't know. We'll see. Zealot Archon is so good against Zerglings.
Yes, it is. Archon's wreck.
Yeah. And you just get a little bit of Zealots meat shielding for the Archon, and it's, you know, it's over. Okay, these lurkers are holding for now. Got to get an observer in there. There we go.
Yeah.
It's definitely a pain for Protoss to have to constantly deal with lurkers.
Looks like Zerg's is putting Protoss in a good position, or a bad position for him, and Zerg's in a good position.
Yeah, it was some good storms here.
Yeah. The army's pinned up against the wall.
Yeah, Zerg has a really good surround right now. I think the big difference though is Zerg only has 1-1 upgrades and the Protoss is 3-3-1. So
Yeah.
even though Protoss is probably going to clear this, it's like it took so much army for Zerg to do it that they'll be all right. Oh man, Protoss still holds. That's crazy.
Just need to get some more upgrades going.
Yeah,
Maybe get some Defiler.
Defiler would be good because you shut down any Dragoon support. And upgrades so that your army can actually fight. If I think if Zerg went like Ling, Lurker, Defiler right now, that would be really good. I see 4 more macro hatches, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear Overlords. What are we doing? Is that going to be a drop?
I heard Overlord too.
Yeah, I can't find him.
Oh, they're in the middle base or the third base. There's not very many. There's 2 Overlords. They have lings in them.
Okay. I mean, that can definitely do some damage. I see him. That would be 13 cracklings. Can definitely clear a base pretty quick. And Zerg is counterattacking over here a little bit. Probably just to distract Protoss. Let's see this drop.
Looks like he's gonna do it in his main.
Yeah, it makes sense. There's no minerals left in the natural, so you really want to see if you can kill some gateways.
Yeah. Doesn't really look like it gets too much done.
Yeah, not enough. Protoss was ready for it, so.
Yeah.
I like the attempt, though. That's good. You want to keep trying to do stuff like that.
Protoss with the 5th base in the top right.
Yes, I love it. So if Protoss doesn't really want to attack in, I think they could, but if they don't want to, then, you know, containing and continuing to expand, eventually Zerg is going to dry up. Zerg only has 1 mining base right now, and it's almost out. So.
A bunch of lurkers just popped.
Yeah,
at the bottom.
Maybe for a death push. Oh, I see him now. Yeah.
A death push? What's that?
Like I'm about to die. Let me go throw everything I've got at you and hope I push out, kind of thing.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, Zerg's setting up these lurkers, trying to contain the army, getting some Zergling counterattacks on Protoss's 5th. I just don't think it's gonna work. It's too late.
Yeah. Plus, there's a small army in there already, and a few cannons up.
Yeah, you know, if you think as Protoss, how could I lose this game? You know, losing that 5th would be kind of key, so they're putting an army there so they don't, right?
Yeah.
So we've got some Zerglings counterattacking this Protoss 3rd. But, I mean, there's just a bunch of probes there with nothing to mine, so I don't think it's going to do anything. Small groups of 2-1 Zerglings, and the Protoss is at 3-3-2. That's ridiculous.
Another round of upgrades are almost completed for Zerg.
Yeah, and 20 more Zerglings, so I think we've got one last shot here before Zerg is out of money. Protoss is still continuously maxed, so I think, you know, Protoss is basically already won. We just have to wait for either the Zerg to give up or the Protoss to go in and try to kill, because...
Yeah. Main engagement in the middle, though.
Yep. And
there's no overlords to spot the DTs either.
Yeah, throwing in a little bit of DT into your army as Protoss, as long as you keep clearing the overlords, you know, DTs do a lot of DPS.
Yeah.
So that's cleared up, no problem.
And it's very frustrating. I don't like having overlords everywhere.
Yeah. Look at the bank for protests. If you're maxed and you have 4,000
Yeah.
minerals, you're fine.
Looks like he's gonna push in.
Okay, that's shutting down the Zerg's expansion attempt here. And GG. So it seems like the protest, this particular protest, Scimo, he knows how to handle a late game. Just got to work on the beginning.
Yeah.
Whereas Cenderze knows how to do a pretty powerful early game. Just got to work on transitioning into the scary Zerg late game, right?
That was a good game.
Yeah. So this is a best of 3, right? We got a game 2?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me rejoin here. Let me know once it's hosted. Actually, I'm going to pause the recording real quick.
Thank you for joining us today. That'll be it.
All right. See you guys.